Do you need me?
They're
Okay.
SVTs. No, they're SVTs. You don't need them kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't need crewman kits for the SVTs.
Yeah, our loadout is just crewman kits as needed, so whatever. Alright. Alright, you guys have a few minutes to get yourselves set up.
Reminder, please take the tube RPGs and not the pocket RPGs. Thank you.
Oh, Guido, you are allowed to bring FTL kits this time.
Yes, because we have so many FTL kits.
Waka waka. What squad's gonna get that?
I don't believe we get any platoon kits, do we, since we chose the mech option?
We do not. Okay, yeah, my bad. Go ahead and get your guys as soon as possible so we can get on the road. We'll do a quick platoon brief here, then we'll load up and go. Once right man squad fills up, we're It's cool if I go in admin camp and look at the terrain, right? Negative, we are in lab layer. No.
Alright,
Okay.
hello everyone. Advent admin's getting things started
They're setting up their
really
boxes.
early this time. We're working on getting things flowing, especially for our Wednesday ups, so probably gonna have to starting the stream a little bit earlier than top of the hour. Welcome, I am your commentator for this evening's Shadowed Ritual, and tonight we bring to you a Wednesday Squad Ops One Life event, Operation Splinter. It's at its core, it is a search and destroy attack defense operation. The Russians are tasked with assaulting a militia resistance area somewhere east of this specific road, and they're tasked with digging them out. The militia force is tasked with pushing them away. But before I go into more detail about what the operation, let's go ahead and go over who is in command of these the regular players. For the Russian team, we have platoon lead Sughart, with his squad leads Rainman, Bump, Brennan, and the Alpha Guido. For the militia forces, we have platoon lead Londarts, with his squad leads Fulcrum, Total War HU, Sebi V, and Clay J. So as far as platoons go, I very even lean towards Londarts. I think he's got the edge of the amount of ops under his belt, but they're both very competent command, so should see some good stuff out of them. And it's a little, it's going to be an interesting op, depending. It's similar to some of our other ops, like Coyote Ridge comes to mind, where it's a giant area, or we played it a couple weeks ago, where it was the south side of Gorodok. Oh, I'm drawing a blank on the name of the op, but where there's a large area that the assaulting force has to push through and scout. And so it's going to be interesting to see how these guys come about completing their mission. As far as squad leads go, relatively even standouts on the side. Sevy's pretty good. Total War HQ, they got Bump, Brennan, Alpha Guido. Pretty good, pretty even on both sides. First up in a while, I'm going to watch When I Die. Awesome, Cheese Mate. We'll see you when you die then. Make sure you have the stream muted.
Alright, do we have the majority of guys?
Let's see, that is everybody who's participating in this up. Command-wise, if I catch your name on the stream, otherwise you'll get your own shout-out. Let's go ahead and go over what this operation is.
They're done with their FTL shit.
Looks like they're about to start their brief, so you know what's going on. So there's a giant area on the east side of the map, comprised of the M9, 10, 11, and 12 keypads on the east that has known militia resistance activity. You can already see they're moving. There's their mark. And militia are going to be moving in there. Russian forces can start anywhere west of the JK line, and then they can push in. I believe they're going to do a north-south platoon line moving east, starting from about tunnel defenses, moving down to about south of here. Alright, and that is basically the mission. We'll go over loadouts right after Shigard gives his brief.
By fire and maneuver. We have been charged by command to sweep the M column between M8 and M12. If you guys look at your maps, they're marked. There is a militia fob somewhere in that area, and we need to find it and destroy it. After we destroy it, we need to hold the area until other assets can come in and exploit the intel that we can gain from it. The method that we're going to be using to do that, we're going to be pushing one squad in each row. By rows, I mean the 8 row up where on the north where Rain Man's going to be. Rain Man, if you'll mark your map. Between K8, 4, K8, 5, K8, and M8. 9 row between K9, L9, and M9. Brennan will be handling between K10, L10, and M10. And then Guido will be a little bit further south in the 12 row between K12, L12, and M12. Basically, you guys are going to be using those as lanes, and you're going to be advancing through those lanes, providing recon and fire support to the other lanes as necessary. Does anybody have any questions about any of that?
Where's our initial staging area?
Copy that. All right, so initial staging area for the infantry. That means the non-MTLB assets will be J964 at that mark. Good shit. Then you guys will be moving pretty much up to your lanes, and then getting ready to move forward, sitting on the west side of JK line. Guido, after he drops off whatever extra squads are with him, will move his squad and his MTLBs down to the south to set up and getting the hilltop in K12-6. That should be a good oversight area, and hopefully we'll get some good intel from there. Any other questions?
What sort of anti-tank assets should we be worried about?
Well, we've had reports that there's a considerable amount of rocket artillery in the area, so anywhere from handheld lats to stationary AT launchers and rocket artillery. So be ready for anything, and make sure you got good spacing to deal with that rocket artillery. You don't want to all get schwacked with the same round, especially in the forests. Anything else? Okay, let's go ahead and get mounted up, and we will move out.
Alright, so a relatively simple plan is going to do a platoon line attacking through, basically each squad is going to get their own grid, which means they're going to have about a 300-meter front for them to push through and maneuver through and make sure they can get to their objective. Some lanes better than others. I like the idea of splitting apart those MTLBs, moving them on the south, and sort of having a base of fire from the south, with the potential to push from that direction using that armor. Should be interesting. We'll see what how the militia decide to defend, because they don't have to stay in the forest area. They can push west after live. And as far as assets, somebody was talking about what kind of assets are they going to get. Let's go ahead and go over that so you guys know what these guys are going to be working with. So the Russian assets, they can choose between infantry option and the mechanized option. They chose the mechanized option, so that's the kit I will go over. Per squad, 1 squad lead, 2 fire team leads, 2 automatic riflemen, and 1 medic. And platoon, the platoon armory is crewman kits as needed. Their mechanized option for vehicles, they get 2 MTLBs with the NSVTs and 1 trans truck, no fob. If they had chosen the infantry option, they would have gotten some extra GLs and like a mortar and things like that. But they wanted that heavy armor option, or I guess light armored option. We're live already? No, we're not. Oh no, they're getting to they can start anywhere west of the area, so they can start moving, and yeah, they're gonna get going to the staging. So militia, what do they get to work with? Depending on the kit they chose, which we'll be able to check momentarily. I'll actually go ahead and fly over there and check. They can choose between the infantry option or the rocket option, and I can tell very quickly what they went with. They went with the infantry option. The infantry option has 1 squad lead, 2 fire team leads, 2 automatic riflemen, and 1 medic per squad. Camera south. The platoon armory is 6 light anti-tank kits and 1 heavy anti-tank kit. They also get 1 trans truck and 3 logistics trucks with any load, and 2 HMGs with various defensive structures at their fob. If they had chosen the rocket option, they would have had less slats, first off, same amount of hats, 1 hat, and they would have had 2 rocket technicals. Passed them up. They decided not to go with that, and they would have also had the option for 1 HMG, I think, or excuse me, 1 SPG. I think they believe the HMG is going to be better used through the forest. They're going through their platoon brief right now. Unfortunately, actually, let's go ahead and see if I can listen in quick enough.
Are there any questions?
Nope, not quick enough.
All right, excellent. Squad leads them out. Make sure we start within fob radius. Good luck, guys. Have fun.
Unfortunate. I was gonna try and catch the end. I forgot which button it was to change teams. And we'll go ahead and head back to the attacking team. Russian forces will be in blue. Militia forces will be in red this round. Artillery technicals involved sabotage? Not this time around. The militia did have the option for artillery technicals, but I think they felt that having to use them in the woods would have been not as effective because the trunks and things do actually block the shots.
Whoever's driving that can head back up
So we'll see.
and pick up 4, so that way I don't have to divert these slow ass MTLBs and I can just head straight to my point. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I'll do it. You can drop them off wherever you want, and I'll come back and get them.
Yeah.
I want to keep heading down, but I'll probably drop.
So yeah, they went with 1 squad lead, 2 fire team leads, 2 automatic riflemen, 1 medic, 6 light anti-tank kits, and 1 hat kit for the platoon armory, and then they went with those HMGs.
Yeah, copy.
Checking out the terrain, they're gonna center around just because this is the fob, so this is the fallback point. What's it look like? What do they got to work with? Pretty open ground here, directly to the west. Can overwatch the roads pretty nicely, but not a lot of cover to fall back from. So it looks like Red 1 is poised to move direct north off of Live. Red 3 is going to move southwest. Red 4 moves direct south. And Red 2 is going to be on point proper. From their positioning, Blue looks like they're going to be able to get across the road, and it's going to be a north to south push, possibly with a east to west line.
Alright, vehicle, people dropped off.
It all depends on how far Red 1 decides to go
People
off.
up.
Or how far north Red 1 decides to go.
Where are you dropping them off, MTLBs? I missed that.
I believe they're going to J7. We're going to be the
Sorry,
southernmost
Cap.
element, so we kind of, if it's best if I don't have to divert anywhere.
A firm, yeah, I'm on my way. I'll probably meet you at the intersection of the bridge and the Neva lower, so.
Nomad, yeah, we can see him. He's just asserting Bravo's dominance over Alpha. I get it.
Or it's the other way around.
Getting to the start locations. Live should be in a couple minutes. I wouldn't picture it being longer than 2, maybe 3 minutes. All depends on how slow these guys, how slow these MTOBs really are. They have the entirety of the west side of the map to choose from where they want to start, as long as it's west of this JK line. I want to go check out the hills in the south here. This is where they want to get the MTOB set up from. And on paper, it looks like a great spot to get some long-range fire down onto the enemy. Will it work out when they actually put it into use? Live at 1:35. Yep, live in about 2.5 minutes. I was close. Here's the highest point. I think this is the idea.
I may not be able to get the MTLBs down in time for that live.
Oh no, they won't be able to make down in time for that live, that's for sure.
Not a bad spot. I don't know really what they're going to be able to see. NSVT MTLBs do not have the best optics. Actually, oh, what do you know?
Admin, did you do what Guido said about live? Shoot.
The MTLBs may not make it by that live time. May have to push it back like a minute or two.
Okay.
Copy.
So if they do set up in this position, it'll actually work out really nicely for them, as long as those MGs can't get returning fire. As long as they can get the first shots.
He can jump out and walk, or I can go pick him up. I'll go pick him up.
Alright.
Yeah, can you guys...
Never mind. Just be ready with your guys. 3. We're gonna...
Oh, copy.
He's running behind the car.
Oh, he was in Vic, right.
Just get your guys ready to go, bump.
Copy. Yeah, my guys are good to go.
Alright, get your guys right up on the line. We're gonna need as much progression as possible.
2, I'm moving straight to you. Let's trans, and then you're gonna have to,
Bump, just get out and I'll drive it. Get to your guys.
Live in about 20 seconds, I believe, unless it got pushed back. I believe it got pushed back about a minute. We'll see what happens, though.
15 seconds.
Each squad's about in their respective lane.
Okay, we're gonna go live.
Guido, just try to get to your position as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
The rest of the elements need to maneuver anyways.
There we go. And we're live. Each squad's in their respective grids, and let's see what happens. Probably need to delete these marks.
Squad 4, please remove your map marker.
Do you have a YouTube channel? Squad Ops has a YouTube channel where we upload all of the videos. If you want to check it out, youtube.com/Squad Ops. So, Red 1 moving northwest off the bat, sending a fire team further north. We'll see where they decide to put them. Red 3 moving southwest. Red 4 really holding their position, pushed out a little bit south, but not much movement from them. Red 2's on the point proper. All in all, a very compact spread from the militia forces this round.
We're gonna hold position, wait for you guys to move up further.
I'm gonna let the Russians push in. pretty unhindered, I believe. They're going to be able to at least get one squad across the street before anything happens.
Let me know when you're set up.
They've got the potential for a
Yeah, we're working on it.
north-south push with 3 straddling the road, 4 on the east, and 2 on the west. Pushing south with 2 being able to provide crossfire along with these MTLBs. I think it'll be very effective. We'll see if it turns out that way. They may have the full platoon fighting in this this little corridor, which is going to be a massacre if it does. Pretty good. Okay, spread. They can spread out a little bit more. They got plenty of ground to cover. They're going to really avoid this open ground. Let's go check out the MTLBs and what they're going to be able to see. They're in position right where we called it.
As soon as you're ready, start running across the open.
Hey, firm.
I got a real good view of the area now. Good.
Charlie, give me a spread. Look over the rocks. Look at the rear.
Brandon, for you, just move up to whatever you feel comfortable with. That has eyes into the board area.
Have eyes on anything?
Rayman, what's your status?
Nothing yet. I'm trying to scan the trees and windows.
We are moving to the point now, getting ready to cross the field.
Zoom's not as good on this thing as it is on the tanks.
I mean, this is not the best NSVT.
Yeah.
No MTLB is the best.
We're just gonna have to worry about.
It's just not a great vehicle. But this is the worst of the 2 variants.
Yeah.
It has basically the 50 cal you can put down as the Russians, and it has like a terrible zoom, not a great rate of fire. Whereas the other MTLB has the BTR gun. I don't remember what it's called.
Copy.
But it has the smoke launchers that has a high rate of fire, and I believe it's a higher caliber. And so it just shreds enemies. It's anti-infantry, if anything. It can deal with vehicles, just not great. Putting both MTLBs on the line now.
Hey, Brandon, you're just a little bit north.
Yeah, we have a big opening. We're trying to maneuver the best we can right now.
Copy.
Yeah, I see that opening. I had nothing on it last I checked. Burning.
Yeah, just taking it slow. Don't want needless deaths.
Charlie, on me. Let's go.
Probably on me, let's go. Where are you going? What's the call here? They're pulling back entirely. So cinematic. And the shadows look.
Yeah, let's just see it.
Alright, man, the hilltop is quiet.
Looks like they're gonna reposition, possibly push it over to the north here, get set up in industrial and push in for them. Not gonna be the call. We can see this, and I could say it's not the right call because that's gonna leave them open to fire from a couple different directions. But their idea is this is the hard point, and it's gonna allow them to push in a little further east. Still keeping the MTOBs on the high ground, so this could pay off for them in the end, drawing fire out. See what happens though. Right off the oh, what the infantry's doing? They've got squad 2 across the road already.
Okay, we're on the bottom of the hill. No contact so far.
Copy.
One's in a weird spot here. They can. This can be.
We're just kind of shifting north. We're gonna clear out industrial first before moving to southern flank.
Yeah, copy. There's a compound in the far south of the sector, the one in M12-12. Do you have eyes on that?
Negative.
All right.
Compound. This is what he's talking about.
Actually,
Nobody's.
I got partial eyes on.
I like how their MTLB positioning is to secure the flanks. I don't know if the MTLBs are great at securing flanks though, because it leaves their flanks open, and it's a very thin-skinned vehicle.
Right now
but he's being very aggressive with the MTLBs, and that might be the call. We'll see what happens. If you're going to be as aggressive with this MTLB, you're going to want to commit your infantry to the industrial park, in my opinion. But that's possibly what this one's trying to get, is eyes into industrial before pushing the infantry in. Blue 2 moving east 3 east, 4 clearing out tunnel defenses. They're probably going to push east and then south. Hopefully they go as far east as they need to be. Bounding by fire teams. A lot of these comms are going down in squad, so we're not going to hear most of that.
To the east to clear the rest of the woods in the north.
Copy that. Looks like there is high ground in M8 that you might be able to use when you get up.
Roger that. We'll take that into consideration.
Yeah, we'll have.
I got
we'll have you sweep. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I got
just gonna move this side of the hill and see if you can find some tree to hide behind, and then I'll call set.
Copy. They stuck it pretty well then somewhere. So yeah, Rain Man, I'll have you sweep from north to south then through that sector.
Roger that.
Good cross here. I like the bound.
I got contacts at. Looks like
Who's pushing to contact now?
For the southernmost part of M11.
The difference in styles of command here, we've got Bump pushing across by fire team, whereas Brennan's got his full squad on the move directly into contact. Probably should start bounding at this point, because if they come into contact, the full squad is going to have to stop and try and find cover and try and return fire. Whereas if one was moving, the other could return fire, and then vice versa.
Definite contact in.
Hopefully Brennan doesn't get just domed here, cresting this hill full body. Can they see him? Yeah, they can 100% see him.
November 4, 9, or November, no,
You have to, right?
943.
Yeah.
Copy.
They're in front of us.
I'm sending my second fire team across now.
Platoon is, or full squad is moving east.
No, it's just M96.
Cutting off them. Cutting off one essentially.
No.
Possibly 8 row.
Right here.
And then definite contacts down in 11-12. So Brennan, be aware that you may be going in between enemy elements.
He sees them.
So keep your security good.
Yeah, I got eyes on enemy machine gun on the hill.
Copy. You are free to
get you in
if you see fit.
They are in N913 on that hill.
Nice
Copy.
call
That's
out.
the same element that Bump was seeing, so you guys are free to engage. It's up to you.
Sorry for the confusion, Subway.
Okay, I have a shot for you.
Need be, but,
Mark, MG, come here. Adam, come here. Come on my position. We have an enemy machine gunner, 50, on the hill, 200 meters. He just got behind the tree. Fuck, you can't see him anymore.
Actually, you know what, Brennan? Go ahead and get southern security for Bump's element right now.
Okay, you don't want us to engage? You want us to move south?
You to form a bit of a face south and.
We can hear him though.
You were cutting out. Just form a line facing south and north. I want you to form a knife in between the two elements.
Call is for Brennan to make a sign, a line east to west, facing both south and north. You got to cover both your flanks like this, but that will 100% cut off this red element here in the north. Really not in a great spot. What's committed here? They got a rifleman. They got a. It's just a regular fire team. They got an automatic rifleman, 2 riflemen, and 1 lat hit. So they're not going to lose too much as far as assets go, but I do like the idea of watching both of these flanks, not allowing this to move. They know these guys are there. They're going to take it. They're going to be very careful about it. And red is the first ones to fire on this flank.
Yeah, they are shooting at me.
We're taking fire. Yeah, just small pop shots and sure from where.
It's not a bump. Bump's getting the extra shots that are being shot at squad 2.
You are free to return fire.
From southeast, southwest, I think.
Southeast, southwest.
But yeah, I crawled over the ridge and that's when they started shooting at.
Brennan, keep me updated on your contact.
Yep, looks like one-time fire team possibly. We're engaging.
Copy that. One, what are your eyes like right now? Repeat. Those for what?
They took into cover, but I saw some emplacements in sandbags, so more than likely that is their main base.
Alright, send that locality again.
Only one. Roughly M11
He's calling the fob at M11, N11 or M11?
Reload. That's our objective.
Either way, it's in the general area.
That extended enemy element here to our east.
Copy that, dude. Just keep up the cordon to the south. Bump and Rain Man move in. Bump and Rain Man, you guys.
Let me get a far back. I feel like I've been super zoomed in for a little bit. Let's go check. Let's check out what's going on around the area. Nice line here by Brennan's squad. East to west. Look at it. Northeast to southwest, facing east and northeast. Really just a sort of like curve. Really holding the flank, not allowing anybody to move through this dead area, specifically this red element. Blue 3 and Blue 4 gonna push into Red 1's fire team. They shouldn't last too much longer. MTLB's chilling out on the hilltop with one MTLB with a fire team in Industrial Park. Let's actually go check those out because they're probably going to be coming into contact from Red 3 here to their east. Going the exact opposite direction. Alright, so they've committed to Industrial Park. Nothing was there, fortunately, but I would have been a slog if there was just a fire team sent to clear this out and there was any kind of resistance. MTLB's pretty far ahead. I don't know if this is going to work out for them or not. Any lats in the area to take advantage of this very aggressive position. And Duke is not in a real good spot to take a shot, though.
How close is it right now?
Within 200.
What was that? Sounded like it was off to our northeast.
Yeah. That was a latch shot off to the northeast. More friendlies up there. So watch
back up a bit.
Squad 2, we're bringing one of my MTLBs up north. We're going to try to support your advance. Command, my second MTLB and the rest of my squad is going to hold on the east side of Industrial Park and no further orders right now.
Copy. Yeah, we have definitely. We just took lat fire from N10-4 area.
Alright, so their call is they're going to hold their position.
Alright, Rayman, try to.
And I guess that's a pretty good call. I think they're going to try and be forgotten until they can push in forward flank. It's a very intense line of scrimmage right now along this hilltop and this hilltop. Atomic Peach has gone down. An update on kills 1-0. That was the first kill Atomic Peach was. Unfortunate for him. I feel like there's been firing for a long time now. Razier is putting a nice crossfire on a Trident Springsteen. And this whole squad is just faced off. Look at this. It's like less than 100 meters, I want to say.
Do you want us to push east?
Yeah, it's about a 100-meter firefight, just hilltop to hilltop, peeking and shooting, re-maneuvering, staying topped off on ammo.
Copy. The hammer's gonna be 3 and 4.
Gonna be interesting. We'll see if this MTB is gonna be the one to make the difference as it rolls up here.
Rainman, do you still advise on those contacts there on that hill? If so, can you get rounds out on it?
Negative, no eyes on it.
Alright, 120. North to our southeast, it's late, rise.
Yeah. We're in contact here.
Take it slow, take it slow.
We don't use comms with TLB.
Alright,
There's lats in the area.
back us up, because I don't have the gun depression. Hold. Keep it going. I'll let you know when to hold. It might clear to go run that. Stop. Hold.
Hopefully Guido doesn't get one shot here by an MTLB. I like the idea. If you're gonna be up here with the MTLB though, I think you've got to be aggressive. It's like all or nothing. How many lats do they have in the area? They got Seethers and Frost. 2 lats on this flank. Oddball and Vladimir get pushed out of their little hidey hole by 2 squads. Look at them move. Just swarming the point. Great push, Vladimir and Oddball gonna have to turn tail and run. No way they're gonna be able to fight this. Still taking it cautiously. I want to join you guys again. Yeah, Patrick. Definitely would like to see you play. And if you guys are interested in participating in these events, check us out, squadops.gg. All you have to do is sign up on the website, take our basic training course, only about 45 minutes to an hour long, and then you can participate in any and all of our Squad Ops 1 Life events. We do them on Wednesdays, twice on Saturdays. We have our Fridays and our Sunday events, mostly for firefights and postscriptum events. And they're a lot of fun.
Hey, MTLB, you got a enemy lat southeast. We're suppressing him.
What a line of defense this platoon is putting up. This squad, really, squad 1 is really soaking up a lot of damage. 2 kills to 1 for the militia. Like, squad 1 has done a lot, soaking up so much damage, allowing squad 4 to actually break contact. I don't even think they were in contact, and it looks like they're going on a flanking mission, leaving squad 3, 2, and 1 to hold the line. It seems to be working so far. It doesn't seem like many casualties have been had. They, let's actually want to go check out that other MTLB in just a moment. Looks like Adam and Alpha Guido got in a really good spot. Or Alpha Guido and Beats.
Hey, you got...
Say again, too.
Whoever the MTLB is on the hill, southeast, you got enemy lat prone on the hill.
I'm trying to get someone with some binoculars over here.
Lat
Shooter,
on
there
southeast.
You go. I got no eyes.
135, you see that block?
See him? Yep, 133, there you go.
Yeah, I saw him. I lost him in the tree line. I don't see him, and I don't got the ammo to waste blind firing.
Understood, yeah. I'll try and do it.
I think we shredded him.
Alright, let's go ahead and check out this other MTLB. This is the potential to get flanked here. Look at that. They pushed out of the safety of Industrial Park to try and get eyes closer to the road. I'm not sure on this aggressive position if it was called by the squad lead or if it was a call made by the fire team lead. We'll see if it pays off for them or not. Because I'm really think their idea is to sort of lay low and just let them forget about you, so that way you can then swing in on a flank unexpectedly. But with this MTLB here, it's really drawing a lot of pressure, even forcing an entire squad from the militia team Red 4 here to move. Let's see where they're going to move to. Looks like they're going to rally in this building here. I thought they were going to cross the street. I thought they were going to move here and then try and swing in from a flank on this side of the road. That would have been cool. I'm not sure on their movement here.
Rain Man, I'm seeing where they probably took those AR shots from on us. It's about 1 hill south of us, November 10, 5-1.
Roger that.
Yeah, they're just going to be playing it sneaky this time on the south. Most of the shots are going to be on this north half of the map.
Copy.
For shift over to the west. Fill in between 1 and 3.
Fuck reload. I only got 2 boxes left. I'm gonna save up my ammo. I want to save the ammo.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, Command, I'm trying to get my guys to stay out, but at the moment, just due to terrain and
raise
lack
your hand
of
if you're alive.
command breakdown from one of my fire teams, it's going to be a little challenging.
Raise your hand if you're able to raise your hand. Contact 134 in between the trees, group.
134, 134. Everyone aim.
Nice shots on the Frost. Frost was a lot too. Yeah, Frost was a lot.
That's okay. They're close. We'll get them.
We can also just provide optic
at the
coverage
door
with the
now.
commander spot.
True. I don't think it has a commander spot.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I don't have a commander spot for this.
MTLB, it's the bad MTLB. Yep. No optics.
Try to direct fire for Adams.
I think he's down.
Okay, apparently contact at 134 is down, Shugert.
Copy that.
Okay, movement by 3 and 4. I feel like they're pretty clumped up. I don't like the idea of the full squad being in this tiny area. Well, it's like a little more than 400 meters, I want to say.
East of 2. Unsure if there are contacts on it. We believe it'd be AR.
About 400 meters, I think. Each grid square is 300 meters. Half of another.
Right,
400, 450 meters.
Presence of enemy HMGs on the.
I feel like they could be a little more spread out.
So be aware.
Hey, Beats. Do you send any?
So far, working out for them though, allowing them to push really hard, not taking too many casualties. 5 kills for the Russians, 3 kills for the militia.
Oh shit!
Oh, they crossed the street. Red 4 crossed the street. They're gonna get flanked.
side security for 4 and 3. Keep shifting to your south as best you can. Prioritize.
Yeah, they're definitely more south. I saw a huge compound and the 50.
Oh, definitely to the south. I think they sort of knew they were already to.
My team. We're gonna start trying to push in from their
Look at this
west,
flank.
pressure on them.
Fulcrum's in charge of the squad. Cuba's got a fire team moving through the woods. Fulcrum's got a fire team moving through the north, or excuse me, southwest part of the area.
Their base is roughly M1139, roughly, possibly 36.
Oddball goes down.
Yeah, M1136 roughly is where my guys are calling stuff out at.
Command, bump is down. 3 needs orders.
Copy that. 3, you're basically going to be pushing south. 4 is going to be providing going to be helping you, and 2 is going to be moving south, providing security. 1 is going to be moving in from the east and south. Sorry, west and south.
Got it. Oh, Team Nova goes down to Bartok Warrior, I want to say. No, Crystal. Yep. And they've sort of cleared up that fire team. Looks like, yeah, all of 1's fire team has been taken out. 4 kills for the militia, 8 kills for the Russians. They just need to keep up this pressure. It's just constant pressure, moving south, slowly enveloping them. Same is happening on the south, though. What happens? This looks like it's going to happen sooner rather than later.
Once 2 set. 1 start creeping in from south. And west.
Start creeping. They're gonna move. A lot of people watching this road. I don't picture this ending well for the infantry section of this mechanized squad. Thor, not an NSA spy, got a really good crossfire. Bybee and his fire team waiting to pounce. Chaplain and Termi firing onto the MTOB. Total War takes a shot. I believe Chaplain was another one to take a shot. MTOB is hurt, but is it enough?
Alright, looks like we're running down. Ranger, let me hand to harden your guys up.
Oh, Chaplain was the last two. Drusif and Helco have a general idea where Chaplin's taking those shots from, but he just doesn't know exactly where. Look at that. It's very slim angle. Look, just to the right. He's spraying around. Can't see. He doesn't have the zoom we have. We can definitely zoom in way further.
Alright, I'm loading. You might want to get us behind cover.
Alright, 3, what's your status in that border?
We have no contact. We're gonna continue moving south.
Alpha Guido and Beats on the other MTLB. They're worried about their north. They must have. Somebody must have shot at them. They're worried. Or they're scouting now. Ooh, that goes right over them.
80 degrees. No. 80 degrees east. 80? Copy. Yeah.
That was Chaplain again. Man, this guy's got so many shots. He's reloading constantly. And he's still alive.
Command, we have eyes on a compound at about M1137.
Command, may go down.
Ooh.
I just took a burst to my ass.
Pull us back.
This flank is having some trouble. Let's go ahead and check out the infantry flank on the north. Update on kills: 9 for the Russians, 9 for the militia. Managed to bring it back as they've started to have to push.
We're gonna just try to push out as best we can. What is the situation up there?
HMGs are suppressing the northern push. We cannot advance this time.
2 had space of fire on west. My guy's laid on fire.
What's the call here? 2 needs to push east and then south, or 4 and 3 need to just push power through this with the base of fire that 2 is able to provide? I think the thing is they're losing a lot of guys to timidness. Like he tried to crawl forward, I bet, and then just got domed that way. They need to have more suppression by Adam, Groot, Big Rago, Squad 2 in general. Just firing east, which looks like that's what they're doing. Exactly what they're doing. Yeah, keep up this base of fire. Firing onto Clay J, Trident, and Max here. And this will allow these guys, Rain Man and Blackbeard, to push across no problem because, who's that? Choclo and CJ Ryan cannot look this direction without just getting domed. They're being forced to fall back. That's fire superiority right there. They have no idea exactly where they are. They just know they're somewhere in this direction. And now these guys can't push. It's up to Rain Man and Nestor to take advantage of the situation. They're not moving.
Alright, update. Brennan, where exactly are most of your contacts coming in from? 2.
I think they can push in from up the north too.
Razor, are you in command now?
Yes, I am.
Copy. What's the situation right now?
Currently holding base of fire, trying to support your guys, laying out fire southeast of us.
Copy. My guys are just going to be shifting around. I'm going to have 1 MTOB embedding in with Squad 4 and 1 with Squad 2. From there, we're going to just start working on a general push to the south. Now, copy.
Copy that.
So Squad 1's making the call to break contact here on the south and is going to re-hook up with the rest of his fire team. This is where they've got the bulk of their forces. This is where they've got the majority of their firepower. So this is where they're going to set up for a push. And I completely agree. 2's in a really good spot to fire east. 4 needs to get aggressive. That's the call right here. 2's putting down the fire. 4 needs to take advantage before 2 can push a little further south. Start laying down fire on the east so then 4 can push again. And that's how it's got to be. 2's got to bound forward, start firing while 4 pushes. But they're just so timid. Continue to check that out. Look, a lot of guys hurt too.
3 cannot advance any further, so we're going to link up with 4.
3 cannot advance. 3's got the best spot to advance. They're just so timid. Everybody's just so afraid. I mean, and it happens. They just got to. Yeah, it happens.
Back from there if you can. Or if you have to. Actually, negative. Where I need you holding. I thought you were 3. Alright, guys, we just gotta start pushing as best we can here. There's not much more. It's just a simple push south. With the MTOBs against you 4, I'm sending an MTOB to directly assist you. Direct fire for it. Let's put some fire on those HMGs, and then we're gonna start pushing.
Do they know there's people right under this road? I don't think they do. Or right under this hill, like on the downslope.
All squads, if able, need to start moving up ever so slowly. 3 and 4, you're about half strength, so I want you 2 merging together to form 1 squad.
Copy that.
We're just gonna do 2 crawls here, so 2, I want you moving
The
south.
fire has just been constantly going. They've just kept it up almost this entire time. Just the Russians just haven't managed to make anything of it. I don't know if breaking contact here was the best call. Let's get down on the ground and check out where they're coming from. Did they think they were being overwhelmed? Okay. Down on the ground. A little more scarce than you would expect from up in the sky. I just saw a lot of trees. This is probably where they got caught up at. I don't know. I think they would have been able to have a superior flank here if they got an AR set up here with some binoculars guiding him in. Even here, hugging this road, I don't think breaking contact from this entire west flank was correct. He just felt he was being overwhelmed. And he's going to re-hook up with 4, which, given it's a fair compromise, I guess. A lot of guys left still. Feel like it. Yeah, 10 kills for the Russians, 13 for the militia. Let's get an actual count. 17 about. Oh, 2 go down. Cuba's fire team here. Whose squad is this? Red 4 squad. This is a Fulcrum squad. Have a nasty flank. Putting some gasoline in the tank and pushing north. Great push. Great flank by Fulcrum squad. Put in a lot of pressure.
Okay, watch where I'm shooting. Ready? You see that little? Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah, let's move.
Oh no, Metis goes down. Unfortunate. He wasn't even the one who was shooting. He was trying to get guided in, just in the most awkward of spots. Look how close they've gotten. Good aggressions on the M2Bs, but they just don't have the infantry to back them up.
Command be advised, we're taking... Command be advised, we're taking accurate MG fire.
Hold on. I'm not seeing any movement here yet.
Not seeing any movement, huh?
Do you have eyes or no?
No, I don't see any movement.
Let's take a look at the command structure, because command comms have been very quiet. Ooh,
Careful,
nice
friendlies
crossfire.
also. I got
So
some
command comms have been very quiet. Who's still alive? So they've lost their command, obviously. That's just a fire team lead, fire team lead, fire team lead,
no, that's
and fire team lead. They have none of their command structure left. So that means for the Russians, the person in charge is the one who talks the loudest and sounds the most confident.
Right. Yeah.
For the militia,
17.
they've still got Launderts. They've still got their original command. Original squad lead in Fulcrum, original squad lead in Total War. Sebi V, I believe, is also original squad lead, and so is Clay J. They have 100% of their. That is going to be what does it for them. Now the militia forces have 20 kills to 11 for the Russians. The command structure is just completely falling apart for them, and that is going to be their downfall. I thought they had some good movement, and they really did. Look at that aggression. See, nobody's talking in command comms. Nobody knows what's going on. And that's what happens, and that's why we've got some of these extra classes if you guys are interested, and because we only require the basic training course to participate in the events, but we've got a lot of extra classes that our SOTT guys have been working on. We have a leadership theory course and leadership practical course, sort of both one and the same. One is the theory portion of the class, and then the rest is the other one is literally putting it into practice. About how to lead a squad, how to lead your individual fire team, and just sort of general your role amongst the bigger picture. And it does it gives a lot of good info to people who are interested in fire team leading or squad leading and whatnot. And so I highly recommend, if you're interested, take those check those out. There are advanced courses, our small unit leadership, or fire team lead courses.
Yep.
All a lot of fun. They're a little bit longer than our basic training course. MTLB goes down. Oof. And MTLB goes down. I think that this is all she wrote for the Russians. The Russians. They just couldn't do it after their leadership went down, having trouble getting guys organized. The call is to move south. That was the final call. Everybody heard that, but everybody seems too scared to move.
Hold on. We got guys right on top of the eastern position.
I can't see anything, but it's been the same everywhere
Copy that.
It's right in the trees, right? Yeah. Who's our acting command? It's back to Alpha.
Blackbeard. Blackbeard says he's acting command. All right, I like the confidence.
Well, we need to work out what we're going to do. We haven't got a lot of assets left.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
Let's get an actual count.
HP right now.
Okay, we get an idea of positions.
And a HMG watching.
8. I count 8 left for the Russians versus 4.
Positions on enemy contacts.
Copy.
23, about, give or take, for the militia. So it's looking rough for the U.S., or excuse me, for the Russians. And they do it.
See if we can get a shot on the
Solid copy. Do you want us moving with you and keeping security, or staying here?
Keep security for now. We need to get a grip on the situation.
I like it. This is a fire team lead who's taking charge. He's got somewhat of a plan. He sort of knows what he wants. Doesn't know how he wants to get it done just yet. Sort of trying to get a grip on the situation. See what happens. Can Blackbeard carry the team to victory? Will his leadership be what? Coordinate the MTB. Yeah, talk it out. Don't use all your ammo.
Is it G?
Oh, he's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
There he goes.
You start slowly probing south. Don't try and do anything stupid. Just find out where the contact is, fix the position. We'll move the MTB up to support. Okay.
We think we have eyes on the contact. M1167.
They have no idea how close contact really is to them. Specifically Hero.
Would you still like moving up to engage?
No, hold position.
Hero has no idea. So what's the call here? Guys, if you're Blackbeard, you get thrown into his position. You inherit a platoon of 8 with 1 MTLB with no ammo. What's the call? How do they get out of this? They're outnumbered 2 to 1 almost. They're almost enveloped, it looks like, and they're spread out about 100 meters. Yeah, give or take, they're spread out about 100 meters. Slowly losing guys as Moski goes down.
Try not to shoot. Only shoot what you can kill. Like we're too low to be actually effective at this assault at this point.
See, Blackbeard making the call. Too wide to be effective in the assault. Get a little closer, and then try and brute force your way through a smaller area. That is the correct call. Is it gonna help them? I don't think so. They're just have.
My last remaining squad member to delay their western flank and see if we can push on the objective.
They have too many. They're against too many guys. But the call, yeah, to regroup, I think is the right one. Specifically on the east side of the map, just get all your guys like in this little square grid pad, and then push south from here. It only gives you about 60 meters to have to worry about. I think that's fine. Hero toss the grenade onto Revy. Revy has to bandage. Almost a good frag. That was a better frag, forcing Termi and Total War to bandage. They're going to be very low in the ensuing firefight. Another frag out from Hero. Onto Total War and Beef Baby. Total War may bleed out here. I think he'll bandage and be fine, but he is out of bandages. Yeah, Total War will be okay. That could be the first squad lead down for the militia. Small victories for Blackbeard at this point. Those guys need to get out of there. Look, they've lost another. Nestor's gone down. No. Oh, that's the MTLB. The MTLB went down? Yeah, it did. As Nestor goes down, leaving Beats all alone. Yep, that MTLB is going to blow up. Beats left alone. They just need to regroup. Where's Blackbeard? Did Blackbeard go down? Oh no, Blackbeard went down. Who's in charge? They got Nomad, Hero, Big Rago, Gandalf, Psychonaut, and Beats. Who's the loudest?
Anybody with man-comms? That would be me. Sweet.
This is a rough one for the Russians. 17 to 29. They had to start, but it really was like night and day the way they were moving. As soon as they lost like so many of their commands, and they went down in such quick succession, the other fire teams weren't around to listen to like actual squad command comms, so they're
Because we are outnumbered and spread out.
they don't know what they're doing. It's plain and simple. That's what it seems like. They just don't know how to deal with the situation. They're saying the call is to fall back now. You spread out, and
I'm gonna merge with you guys.
Go ahead and merge
We're
out.
only 2 man strong.
Get together. That's gonna be your best bet. You gotta move south.
Do you think we should fall back to another hill somewhere around here?
No falling back in these ops. You gotta push and fight to the death.
They are moving the southeast and the southwest. Southeast Mapper, southwest. About 100 meters away.
Just so you know, I have to move my squad lead back to the ritual guy. He came back. So you're gonna lose command comms with me now.
It's up to you, fam.
I lost my SL position, so we're stuck here without command comms.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
fine.
there's only 5 of us
We'll
left,
just play it
so...
by ear. Yeah, it's a done game, anyways.
I mean, we could all... Here's an idea. We rush MTLB and try and rush their base and see what happens, because we're just going to get picked off.
Not a bad call, honestly.
You're gonna have to take that up with Nomad or... Yeah, you're gonna take it up with Nomad. He's the commanding officer at the moment.
Here, I'm running over.
Where are they?
Yo. So the MTLB is on 20% health. I abandoned it. They might not.
There's
have
a guy
any
by
max
the
left.
LB. Yeah. This isn't looking good.
So I don't know if we could try to run back.
Sometimes it's good just listening to the brainstorming sessions, like the mid op, late game op plan.
Hold on for a second.
Yo, there's guys 240 with shots. Shots 240.
What's
Let's
going
go
through
around
these
this
guys'
hill. Go
head?
around this
None
hill.
of them the original command. They're just sort of trying to interpret what is their objective. They do know what their objective is. They got to get the fob. And they're figuring out how do they do that. We've only got 5 of them. How do they do this? Getting to that point, the event admins are probably gonna go ahead and nudge them. Say you got a time limit now. You've been sitting still for a little bit too long. See what happens though. Can't really do the map anymore. Look how many admin cams. You can't see anything. Nice frag round from it was either refurbished one or Salt Crits.
I'm gonna throw
Uba
smokes.
and Steiner
Smokes.
on the flank though. We'll see what happens.
Alright, they're coming from 240. I can't talk to everybody, so if you can pass that on.
Oh, Beats goes down.
So they're coming from 240 from our position.
I got it. I gotta get more.
They're surrounded. Look at this nice big overhead view. All the admin cams. That's not going to help us out any. I'll go flashing colors so you can see. We've got a big, or the 5 clump of blue in the middle. You've got about a fire team on the west, a buddy team on the east. The fire team on the west is moving south. The buddy team is also moving south. Excuse me, east, I think would be the more correct term. Moving east. Trying to envelop this clump of blue in the center. It's really hard to see. I'm trying to flicker the lights so you can tell, or flicker the colors. And then you've got the huge clump of guys on the south. They're not letting anything through. Almost completely surrounded. This is the only chunk that's not surrounded. But not to say Spy, Revy, Uba, and Steiner have really, really nice flanks going on. They're going to be the ones to end it. Gonna peek. He's Big Rago. Tags him once. Land your shots. There he goes. Steiner finally gets him. Psychonaut is now aware that this flank is compromised and is looking at Steiner. Kuba has pushed on to completely envelop this fire team. It's all over. It's basically all over. Psychonaut goes down. Not even to Kuba. Looks like it was either to Termi or Revy. That it? One more hero. Last one remaining. Kuba's gonna fire it out. No, Hero's gonna run. Hero turns tail and run, but Kuba gets him in the side. Nice shooting. Really nice work for the Russians, for the militia this round. They had some really good maneuvering. They held their point really nicely. Squad 1, or Red 1, held off a full platoon for a majority of the match, allowing Red 4 to pull up a nice flank going up the west side of the road all the way through, pushing back a 2 MTLBs in a squad before having a really nice flank on the west. Nice work. Everybody else sort of just held their position and maneuvered and reinforced where they needed, taking very few casualties. Yes, 17 kills for the Russians to 34 kills for the militia. That is GG, right? G called? It's not been called. Who's still up? There it goes. Nobody is still up. Militia have won the game. We're going to go ahead and swap sides, get set up for another round. Militia will play Russians. Russians will play militia. And how will Londarts take to assaulting, and how will Sugarheart take to defending? Stick around. If you guys are interested in participating in these events, all you have to do is sign up on the website, squadops.gg. Once you sign up on the website to take a basic training course, only about 45 minutes to an hour long, you can then participate on any and all of our operations. Hey, who got all these kills?
I got a goal.
Drew and Nestor high scores.
Good, Nestor. Pretty good on their side. This is really spread out kills. Clay J and Trident cleaned up on for squad 1. They were the bulk of
it helps
the
when
force,
you're the gunner in an
or
LTLB.
bulk of the
yeah, that's cheating.
Wall, I should say. They were on the downslope for a lot of that. That's the flank from squad 4. Yeah, pretty good kills spread out for the militia team, and I like to see that. Oops, I don't know why I created a third squad. That was weird. That was just sort of me not thinking. 3, 4, 5. Alright, I can make my squad now. Cool. Oops. What's gonna happen here?
Alright, well done, nice run guys, good work. Nice flank Fulcrum. Good work Clay, and
I think that was me. Whoops.
Sebi2 holding them off there at the end.
Well, it was fun, I got 2 kills, but I can't do second round. Unfortunate, Cheesemaker. Good round, or I guess good job first round. Which side were you on? Were you on Londarts' teams or Sugarheart's team?
There's a little too many trees for the MTLBs to actually get a visual of anything.
Yeah. I mean, my guys got domed by them, which they could have just been skylining, but for them they were pretty effective.
I mean, when the empties are far out, the foliage doesn't render completely.
Yeah.
Like once they
If
start
we know
shooting
where
up,
their fob, if we know where their fob is, if we get eyes on it, the mortars will be devastating.
My concern with the mortars is a good option, but you know, we need to push through mortar smoke, and you know, actually not.
Okay, you were Total War. Okay. Oops, passed up the Russian team. Just sort of listening into Londarts and what he has planned for this round. He's a very what's the word? Fluid commander. Very takes in all the options and then he gives out what he needs to get done. He allows the other squad leads to sort of voice their opinions and what they think would be a good fit, and he takes all that into account. So I think right now he's trying to decide between either the the infantry option or the mechanized option. Before I go into more detail about that, so this operation is a attack defense operation. Russian forces are tasked with digging out some militia activity in the area. Militia forces are defending a chosen area. Before going into more details about that, let's go ahead and go over who's participating in this op command-wise. First up, I'm your commentator for this evening, ShadowedRitual. Tonight we bring to you Operation Splinter. For the Russian team, we have platoon lead Londarts, with his squad leads Fulcrum, Total War HQ, Clay J, and Sebi V. For the militia team, we have platoon lead Sugarheart, with his squad leads Orchanka, Brennan, Rainman, and Bump. So very even as far as commands goes, and squad leads, very even footings. It's all going to come down to positioning and assets and their allocation of said assets. Last time, I really felt the Russians did a okay job at maneuvering their MTOBs around and getting them in positions they needed. Maybe a little too free with their ammunition. It seems like they ran out relatively quickly. Maybe calm it down a little bit and use your ammo a little more effectively. I like it though that they did manage to run out of ammo, because that's usually pretty big, means they're firing a lot. Or maybe if they were using that much ammo, the infantry should have taken better advantage of it. I'm still waiting on some night ops with helicopters. Ooh, we're barely working in helicopters into our ops. I don't know how soon we're going to see a night op. Imagine the crashes on that. Good evening, Shadow and Chat. How's it going, Basic Plant?
Yeah, there aren't any. It's just,
what happened to Karma Cut? Karma Cut is still around. He's not in this op, seems. But yeah, he still uploads to his YouTube and everything. Yeah, hockey. So let's go ahead and go over this operation. I'll go ahead and bring up the map so you guys know what's going on. And, as I said before, the Russian forces are tasked with assaulting an area of known militia activity, specifically the M9, M10, M11, and M12 keypads, sort of basically everything in between these two roads. Russian forces can start anywhere west of the JK line. Militia can have a fob anywhere in those 4 grid pads. Similar to the other op we play on Gordok, where they have to defend this area south of the river, just in a different portion of the map. Same basic idea, with a few extra options involved. Let's go ahead and go over kits so you guys know what these guys are going to be working with. So for the Russian option, for the Russians, they have between 2 options, infantry and mechanized. I believe they're going for the infantry option. Oh no, they're going with the MTOBs. Okay, they're going with the mechanized option. So they get 1 squad lead, 2 fire team leads, 2 automatic riflemen, and 1 medic per squad. The platoon armory is crewmen as needed. The vehicles they are allotted are 2 MTOBs with NSVT, so the bad MTOBs, but it's still a mechanized option, and 1 trans truck. No fob assets. If they did choose the infantry option, they would have gotten some extra GLs, some extra lats, a hat, some trans trucks and logi trucks, empty just for maneuvering around, and a platoon mortar. But they decided to go with that mechanized option, so we're going to see a return of the MTOBs. How well will they be able to use them? Last time they were dealt, they were just okay. They weren't game changing, but these MTOBs have the potential to do a lot of damage and really dictate the pace of the match. Militia, what do these guys got to defend their objective? If they choose the infantry option, they get 1 squad lead, 2 fire team leads, 2 automatic riflemen, and 1 medic. The platoon armory, which the platoon lead can deal out as he sees fit. 6 light anti-tank kits, 1 heavy anti-tank kit. They get 1 trans truck, 3 logistics trucks with any load, and 2 heavy HMGs with various defensive structures at their fob. If they chose the rocket option, which we'll be able to choose, be able to see soon. Maybe, we'll see. If they chose the rocket option, they get 1 squad lead, 2 fire team leads, 2 automatic riflemen, 1 medic per squad, so same as that loadout. Their platoon armory, they have less lats, they have only 4 light anti-tank kits, 1 hat, same as the infantry option. Their vehicles, though, are 2 rocket techies, 1 trans truck, 2 logistics of any load, and 1 SPG with various defensive structures at the fob. So it's the choice. Do you want the rocket artery and the SPGs, or do you want to have those 2 HMGs and that extra ammo and logistics to build from?
Hi Lex.
Hey Boogie, what's going on?
I almost killed you last round.
I think it also saved my life though too, so it kind of balances out.
So cool op would be if there's like a mountain map and there's a U.S. marksman team in the mountains covering infantry going into a compound. Huh, it's an interesting concept, Cheesemaker. If you have any op ideas, you can message them to Xpit, throwing him under the bus. He's the mod dev manager, or not mod dev, sorry, mission dev manager. And he sort of designs all of the missions. He has a gigantic backlog, so no promises on if anything gets actually used. But any ideas, if you have, he's probably going to ask for, similar to our op docs, if you come up with something like that, as close to that format, so it's easy to understand and he can sort of tear it apart from there. And some people who recommend ops, their ops don't get actually used. but he does, like, if there's like an element in an op he likes, he sort of takes that element and tries to apply it to something else he's got in the works. But Expit's very particular about choosing his ops.
I heard somebody say that Stalin thought he had more men than Hitler had bullets.
True.
Who's it again? Expit. He's the mission design manager. He's also the one who has all the spelling mistakes in our op docs. So yell at him.
By the way, boys, if I see you retreating, you're getting out.
Just moving to star location, still getting everything in order. It looks like they went with the infantry option as well because they have the 3 logistic trucks.
You also ND too.
I don't remember that.
Pleading ignorance, I guess.
Oh.
Moneyman, do the MTLBs need to stay on the road, or can they cut through fields? You can cut fields. Very good.
This is the only second round op I'm missing. I'm going to all the ops this weekend. Awesome. Cheers, man. We'll see you there. I will most likely be here unless something comes up. But I rarely miss ops. I missed both of them last Saturday because I was at a family event.
I bought my first house last
But
year.
Axe managed to cover for at least one of them.
It's nice having your own place. Thanks.
When you guys arrive here at our
Not paying someone else's rent or mortgage, I mean.
hang out in
Right.
the squad leaders, come over to myself, and we'll quickly go through the plan.
Okay, we're gonna get to your Laundarts' plans from the beginning. I was wondering if he was gonna go over anything, or he's like, "We're starting platoon line, let's go." But looks like they're gonna have an actual platoon lead or a platoon.
Just so you know, neither Fulcrum nor I are driving, so if you want to go over the plan now,
You gotta
I
listen
can
to your
just
context.
So,
you ever play in the ops or just
Got
commentate?
free
I used to
kills
play in the
from
ops
the
a
ops.
lot.
Yeah,
I used to command a lot too, squad lead a lot. Basically, as soon as I was staff, I was squad lead, and then
So
I started commanding not
after I went down in the
soon,
Discord,
or
and
very
I got,
soon after that.
that first
But then I got into the streaming stuff, and now all I do is really stream. I'd like to play in them more, but I like streaming and getting the stream out to you guys more than actually playing. Once I get a big base of commentators, though, I am more than willing to play more. I miss commanding. Commanding was a lot of fun. But I like talking all of the shit and telling them how they could be doing things better. Because that's fun.
Just
yeah, I mean, you know, if you're breaking those
There's
federal
a
laws,
whole
why not break them
floodlight
all?
stacked up on that.
Just gonna listen to Laundarts' platoon brief. Stay quiet for some of it.
Alright, gentlemen, first thing we're going to be doing immediately on live, we're going to be moving at haste. We'll have one of the logistics vehicles, the other one we'll just leave here because I don't think we should have it, so we'll treat one of the logistics vehicles as our transport. We'll have a squad that'll basically go at great haste, dismount at tunnel defense, and basically get up, send a fire team up on top, send a fire team through the underground just to make sure that if the militia starts on the north side, they don't take up a position in tunnel defense. The MTLBs will be following in with the rest of the platoon, somewhat slower because they're MTLBs. Again, the rest of the platoon will dismount and take up a sweep of tunnel defences. Once we've secured that area, we're then going to position ourselves with the MTLBs approximately on the 4 markers. And we're going to have one squad, actually 2 squads in the MTLB will start walking south. The 3rd squad is going to be lagging a little bit behind and will come down this side of the road basically to provide any cover against any flanks like we did last round. So essentially it's 2-stage plan. We take tunnel defences really quickly, get set up, and then we do a southern push with the MTLBs and 2 squads on the east side of the road and a flanking protection squad on the western side of the road. Any questions?
Alright, do you want the squad that initially goes to tunnel to be that southern squad?
Yeah, and Clay, you've 9 and 9. Can you? So you'll be going in the transport/logi on live, immediately hitting the western side of the tunnel, dismounting, and securing the top and downstairs. So that'll be your squad's job. Total War, you've got the MTLBs, so you'll be taking the MTLBs with squads 1 and squads 5 mounted up, and squads 5 and squads 1 will dismount and go into tunnel defences as well to secure it. Obviously not right on top of where Clay
Later,
is.
cheers, mate.
The MTLBs will then basically position themselves out to the north tunnel defence.
Copy. Do you want the?
I'm hoping he's gonna do a platoon brief because I'm about to start talking over his plan. So I like it's a variation on Shughardt's plan. Last time Shughardt set up a platoon line in 3 different grids. It was essentially a platoon line north south at L8, L9, L10, and then had them pushing east. This time, he's gonna just skip that entire staging process and move to where Shughardt's squad ended up with a full platoon west to east. Yes. So Shughardt had a north to south line moving east. This time Londarts is going to move to tunnel and then get an east to west line facing south and then pushing south from there. Their idea is he's going to have 2 squads on this side of the road. Great. A squad on this side of the road. Even better. Moving in tandem to watch the flanks. This is the ideal plan. Like, this is how I would do this. This is my ideal plan, I should say. I'm no expert. But this is exactly what I would do. Is this gives 2 squads over there plenty of room to maneuver. They're not going to get clumped up on any terrain they're going to have to move around. They're going to have somebody covering their flanks so they don't do what Londart said. What happened to them last round, get flanked from the other side of the road. We'll see what the MTLBs do. I think they should have gone with the infantry options, just so you understand what they're giving up for those MTLBs. They could have 4 extra grenadiers, 4 extra lats, and 1 heavy anti-tank kit. Instead, they get 2 MTLBs. Those MTLBs have to do so much when the grenadiers alone is a worthy trade for me. Instead of 2 MTLBs, just 4 extra grenadiers. You could do so much with that in a push, especially if a well-coordinated platoon line push south. Grenadiers is where it's at. But they're going to use the MTLBs. Let's see what happens. Live has not been called yet. They're still getting into position. Oh, actually, am I missing a platoon brief? I am. Oh, no.
At east. Go and secure tunnel defences. That's the point out to our east. We'll be doing that basically by sending the MTLBs fully loaded, plus one of our logistics trucks here fully loaded, dismounting on the western side of tunnel defences and clearing it out. Once we've cleared that out, we're going to put 2 squads over on the eastern side of the road with the MTLBs. And their approximate location will be, and this is approximate because there is a bit of open ground over there, in that sort of location, they're going to start walking south. Clay's squad, who will be the first squad be in tunnel defence, will then wait and then walk as a screening force down the western side of the road. That's simple. As we come into contact, very important that we overcome the enemy as quickly as possible with superior firepower. That's what the MTLBs are for. So once the MTLBs start opening up on a position, it's very important when your squad leader gives you the order to move that you use smokes as infantry and bound by buddy pairs, fire teams, etc., and get onto those enemy points and assault it. There's a lot of open ground as we push south, so you've got to be mindful of open ground in this sort of area that I'm marking. Some of you guys had experience of that last round. We don't want to be caught out in open ground without any fire support. Once we've located the main militia position, we'll use maximum aggression to assault it. Any questions? All right, squad leaders, come out. Go ahead.
Should we expect contact at tunnel?
Potentially, yes. Potentially. If they've started on the north side of the map, they could get there. That's why we want to at live, which is in 21 seconds. Move there as quickly as possible. Squad leaders, break them out. Let's get ready.
Live in 25 seconds. Know what the MTLBs are doing. He's going to embed them with the infantry. great use of the M2Bs. One, he's not super worried about giving away his position because he's trying to strong point it and let them know, all right, this is the wall, and we're going to keep pushing this wall forward with these M2Bs embedded into my line. M2Bs are going to have to work in tandem with their squad leads, or their gunner just has to be able to spot through the woods. It's such a bad zoom. We're live. It's got such a bad zoom. It's got like a green tint, just bad optics. It's almost infuriating how bad of a zoom it is, which makes it good for our operations because it doesn't mean the vehicle is just stupid overpowered. It's gonna have limited ammo. Gonna look for big things out of the M2B as they move off of live. We got Blue 2 moving to assault tunnel defense. We'll see. I kind of want to hear their local comms. This is gonna give the mindset they're going into this op. The rest of the guys are mounting up and.
Total will advise your first
We're going
ECM
in
not to
Charlie.
drive straight down the road. If they have
I hit a
SPG9
rock,
looking at them,
damn it.
they will die.
Close quarters.
Get them to the north.
Yeah, close. Gate going out. Live. Gate going out.
Alright.
Keep some space in
I'll
Max
go
and
off
Frost.
then.
Keep some space in Max and Frost.
Squad 2, report when you're able on any contact.
Copy. Looks clear for now.
It is clear, because the majority of the Russian, or excuse me, militia platoon is on the south. They're actually sending a squad. They got Red 1 moving to Industrial Park.
We're live, man.
That's gonna be interesting. We'll check that out as it develops.
Shovel for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me too.
I'll switch.
So far,
and
I'm
see
not
what
super confident in their local comms.
Yeah, you good.
People still not recognizing it's live, in my opinion.
Yeah, I had my.
I like some good serious comms though. That's just maybe me, and it is supposed to be enjoyable. But come on, guys. Getting set up. So this is the squad that's going to move south along the road. Wow, Red 1 is actually pushing past Industrial, looking to fall back into Industrial. I would like to see 2 squads there if they're going to do that, in my opinion. It's looking like they're just going to get picked apart and then go down super easy with only 1 squad. I like the aggression. 1, it's a little far, so 2 squads over there is out of the question, I think.
Okay, when we get into the nitty-gritty...
I don't know. I like it, but I know it's a bad idea. I just like it because of the aggression, not for any tactical reason.
Per person.
Who's in charge of this? This is Bump. Okay, Bump's gonna keep his guys alive. Bump's good at keeping his guys alive. Let's go check out militia position. I saw somebody over here on the southwest too. Hey, things are going on. Something screwy with the militia. Let's see what they're looking like. Look at that as they show up on the map. We got Red 1 in Industrial Park, around Industrial Park, not even in Industrial Park. That's gonna be interesting. We've got looks like Red 2 is going to be on point proper with a fire team on the south and a fire team, or at least a buddy team on the north, hooked up with command here. Red 3 on the west, and Red 4 south of the point. Alright, these are going to be spots we need to check out individually to actually see what is Sugarheart thinking. Okay, guys on the south, suddenly clear. Well, it was kind of clear. I sort of had the idea that this is going to be hills. But alright, I like it a lot. Okay, understandable in this positioning here. This hill is also going to be good. You have to get a little OP. Okay, with an MG covering a large swath of open ground. Let's check out 3. This is what I don't like so far. It's very wide on his defense. Who can support who? You can't. Even at distance, can they support anybody? I don't like this spot here. We'll see if 3 Brennan's squad can do anything. They're really just watching their west, I think. Yeah, from his position, he's watching west-northwest. I don't like this spot. We'll see if it pays off for them. Possibly the late flanking squad, the squad that waits for them to commit before pushing in on their rear.
The MTLB that we're in.
Check out 1's position. Around, like I said, around Industrial. Does this mean they're confident in their shooting abilities to let them occupy the position and then push in?
2 rather.
That puts them on the offense, and that, I don't know. Do not know. I'm actually gonna. I'm contemplating switching comms just to hear what's going on. I'm gonna listen into Londarch's comms for just a little bit longer.
Side of the road, so they can't send any lat assassin teams to get around in behind.
Home squad. Bolts on point over here.
One, are you starting to line up?
Yeah, we're gonna get a little bit further east, and then we're gonna start getting in line. So far, we've not spotted any contact.
Roger. 1 and 5 be advised. There is a big open field to your southeast.
What do you guys think?
Get over there so they can cover that. 3, if you can move us.
It's very.
To the east.
You have to be able to hold your own as a squad, as a buddy team. It puts a lot of pressure on the individual with how spread out this is. I want to see MG placements here. Okay. Good MG placement. Really nice. I like it. This is the argument of shielded versus unshielded. Do you want to see, or do you want to be defended? I think shielded is the correct call here, because you can see well enough in this open ground. If it was a little bit further, probably switch to
1 and 5. Make sure you got plenty of spacing. If you need to leave a fire team behind you, so you got more room to do it. Remember, they may have rocket techies.
Still getting set up.
Have a pretty big area of effect, so spacing will be important.
Still getting set up. Looks like blue 2 is gonna be the one moving down. They got these 2 squads gonna push down south. It's just gonna take them a while. I'm gonna switch teams. I want to hear what they're talking. What is the militia thought process right now? Why are they this far spread out? Good.
Should move a fire team north so we can get better sight lines.
So for the time being, militia is in blue, Russians are in red.
Let me know if I have anything else located to build up here.
Yeah, Cap. I'll check and see what you got.
I got an indirect fire shelter here and some damn bags.
So it seems like Sugar wants to know where they're coming from. What's going on, so I can plan accordingly.
Yeah, I see 2 lodges.
What we heard when we just transferred over and I just created the squad, Brendan was going to send a fire team north just to cover the north side, and I agree with that. This spot back here isn't going to work out. Send a fire team as far out as K10 if you're going to hold this flank, and that gives you eyes on this entire little open ground. Then it might be an okay position. So, oh wait, this is 1. Excuse me, 3. It would have to be here, K13. Maybe even here. Get eyes this way.
Alright, I gotta go to AFK for like 2.5 seconds. I'll be right back.
What happens? Listening in, we're probably gonna switch back to the militia, or excuse me, Russian comms. As looks like they're getting ready to move now. We're moving.
Sure. I also want to be cautious of your direct south. How good are your sightlines all the way to the border?
Okay, he's worried about this. There's no way. I don't know. I don't think this is even. You need to worry about it. It would be an insane flank if Londarts decided to come all the way to the border, go east, and then go north. Ballsy. I mean, Londarts does do some crazy flanks. Cigar's just worried about something crazy coming in from the south. That's why he's all the way over here. He's actually considers this something of worth defending. And I guess when you look at it, this would be the open flank for them. That's Sugar's thought process for having this squad here this far out. Then Industrial Park is more 100% a scouting force. It's all up in the air. I didn't expect the south push, and I didn't expect this spread if you're gonna hold the south portion of the map. Nothing left to do but watch it play out. Let's switch back over to the Russians. Not much to say as of yet for them.
Good rate of pace here moving to the south. Once we get across these little double road and the train tracks, we should be able to get online a lot better. The forest does provide a little bit more cover for at least the next 300-400 meters.
Let's check out MTLB placement.
If you think it's safe to cross, make sure to have
Both of them on the east portion of the map. I like this positioning of these MTOBs if they can maintain it on the east, because that opens up this whole flank, allows them to push through. I don't think the MG has great coverage in that direction, if so it can be overwhelmed. All theory crafting at this point is they've got a good 600 meters to go before they hit any kind of contact.
I cannot see for tree.
All in all, they've got about a full kilometer to move through the woods. They're moving.
Command clarification, you want the MTLB on the east side to come to you?
Yeah, I want them to center it in the formation.
Yep.
Alright, boys, I need 10 meter spacing in between you guys.
Southers, I want you going more to the west.
Map edge.
Good use of the buddy pair there, too. If you want to start moving, as you see fit, down that forest just west of the road.
Copy, command.
This is the buddy team Lawnart's called out. It's in good use. Having them moving buddies. Look at this. Buddy. Next set of buddies going to come. Really good use because they know they're going to be moving through a lot of open ground. And so rather than a whole fire team getting caught out, it's going to be just the individual buddy team. Lex Ryan and Trident, that forward buddy team, going to be the ones to come into contact with Bump and his squad. Both of them great sights. So good choice on a forward buddy team with Lex Ryan and Trident.
Copy that.
They both very observant. They catch a lot and good shots. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Alright, because, yeah, I don't want you so far away you can't support 1 and 5 if they somewhat predictably come into contact to their south.
If I remember correctly from... If I remember correctly from the last time I was up here, you can't see shit. Except for directly across. But directly across is a hill. And if they're laying on the other side of the hill, we're not going to be able to tell.
The road to the west.
Copy.
And this carries on all the way until we reach an opening.
Alright, Roger.
Beach knows this layout. This is what he's talking about. They can see just to this portion of the hill, but if they're just a few meters back, just around it, not going to be spotted. They'd have no idea anything was going on. Look at this movement by one. So aggressive. Red one, I mean, look. Red one so far away from their objective. Let's see if it pays off for them. Let's see if the aggressiveness can pay off, if one will just tear them apart, or if that'll change out this whole plan. Or if, like, what of this will be diverted to deal with red one?
Command, do you want my western MTLB to move a little more west?
Weapons free within 100, right?
Correct.
Within 100. Oh, 131. 131.
They already spotted them.
They're in this forest with us.
More closer to the road.
Southeast.
So he could potentially
look at that, easy spots.
Single guy.
Let's see, get Revy's MTLB.
Oh, his second one is 115.
And then support 2. It should be able to
There's
sit in that
3.
field.
Hey, I was on east.
Ready to open.
Just contact east.
75
Two
meters
guys
east.
in the field, west side of the road.
I'm holding. They do not see us. Do not see us.
Get your other fight to support that. Revy's MTLB. Total War, I need him to get over to 2 to support 2 ASAP.
Copy.
Squads 1, 5, and the other...
That trigger discipline by Atomic. You hear that brief? Like, he gave exactly the information that was necessary. They spotted.
I think he sees me. I think he saw me. I think he saw me.
No,
he ducked.
Come around you.
Gig is
Unlike
up.
it's just 2 guys.
Oh, Atomic Peach takes out Hero.
Roger. Roger.
Which one you shooting at?
Repeat to make sure
I
you've got
shot one
security to
at
your west.
121.
Hero goes down, first casualty.
He's running south. One running south.
Good engagement by Atomic here.
Could make it all the way to squad leader 2. Sorry.
Blood v Zeke. They're just gonna break contact,
Okay,
push
two
back.
running south.
They've got the lesser of this engagement. They know they've already lost out. They're not going to try and hold this because they're so far away. There's no chance of any reinforcements getting to them. Just get out of there. I think that's the call. Bump's making that call, and they're making them get out.
Hey, remember there's guys south too, eh? Southeast.
Unknown on range, can't confirm.
Yeah, one hit the back, so I opened fire. I'm sorry.
Roger, make sure you get you guys spaced out.
That's good. They saw us. They definitely saw us.
Online, facing south.
Only one kill for their exchange. Potential for a lot more. A lot more. Good trigger discipline, though. Atomic Peach is the only one to fire, so they're not sure on the actual amount of people over here. Zeke's just crawling away. He's afraid to get up. Sled V Nomad left him behind. Bunk's fire team's going to fall back. I'd like to see them harden up in Industrial Park. Let's see what they decide to do. Squad 2 split up between the basically this opening. See that other spot? Just watch.
I want you to go about another 200-300
Split up between this
meters
opening.
south,
Um,
and then just
Get them online, I think. Fill in this line, and that would be a really nice looking line, honestly.
Squad 2.
East-west line pushing south. Yeah. Once 2 just slots in right there. MTOB here. Pretty good.
Negative, it just fell back to south. At least 2 guys.
Roger. Fulcrum, I want you to make haste to your south and then send a fire team west.
Contact
across the road
front, contact
to try
front.
and cut off
Close,
what
close.
it was that is to the southeast. Roger.
Fulcrum, range on that contact?
Nothing.
One down.
Fulcrum, do you have a range on that contact to your south?
Nothing. He shot at nothing.
Maintain space.
1,500 meters to our south-southeast.
Southeast or at 1, push to the south and try and engage whatever is coming out.
I don't know what he called down. There's nothing on the top of this hill.
Or a fire team to move further south that's to your east. I really want to catch whatever force they've sent out there and annihilate them.
But the movement that 5 is able to move south here is gonna really put them in a nice position for 2 to push 1, blue 2 to push red 1, with red 5 being the crossfire / base of fire, firing onto the west. Yeah, shooting trees, right wing shadows. He called it contact down too, like he was confident. He got that kill. That tree is dead.
My last orders. If you can get to a position where you can watch that road north of Industrial Park so they can't cross south coming back from whatever force they have.
This is shooting at actual contact here. Cuba is shooting at assault onto the west.
One, if you can make as much progress.
Assault's got a bandage. I think he'll be okay though.
Move that eastern MTLB up to be level with 1.
All right, this is gonna be a shootout here. Both Cuba and Assault know how to aim that gun. Who's gonna be the better shot? Cuba's already got the upper hand.
Clay, are you able to actually Clay load up in that MTLB? Just the fire team you got near you.
Copy.
I want you to once you're in it, ready to go west and then drop you guys near Kilo 1173. That's that little gas station complex to the west of Industrial Park. Once you're there, I want you to be looking east and southeast and cut off the infantry you saw there so they can't return to the south.
Fulcrum, where are you getting engaged from?
We're getting engaged from our west-southwest.
Oh, Bybee has gone down from
Clay called out.
Yeah, the contact that Clay had called out here. It's red 1. Just returning fire as they try and fall back. Jacko 800 and Assault. Jacko 800 is a monster with the assault rifle. He's laying down pretty effective fire. Yeah, look at that. Look at that fire onto Fulcrum and assault crits. Bybee had already gone down. And they just need to get out of there. And I think they're doing a good job. I didn't
south.
I didn't believe in this up here. I didn't think it was going to be a good idea. So far they're 1-to-1 on kills. I think it was just too far overextended. If you were going to be this far extended, harden up an industrial park and work from there. But when he was, 200 yards forward, I was like, nah. And they're making it work. They evened it out. They were losing in the situation as they try and fell back. They're making it work. Updated positions for the militia. They've got Red 4 online on the east, not letting them come up that side of the map. Red 2 on the north, locking up. This is basically open fields. And Red 3 on the flank protection.
If we take too long, we're going to allow them to retreat.
This is 5. We have possible contact south, but we're also getting heavy fire from the east. The west.
Roger. That's what 3 and 2 is trying to nullify right now.
Yeah, if that M2B could just...
Alright, command, we're going to push, we have to get on this eastern map. We're going to push south, in order to stay concealed. There's an open field 2 hours south-southwest.
Alright, just hold there. Get 3, get your infield in a good position there near 1, looking south-southwest.
Call is to blitz these guys forward, take up position on the west. Don't assault industrial. I believe that was the call. Do not assault industrial. But take up positions on the outside. Do not let them fall back from industrial. They are stuck there. They are just now prisoners in their own compound. We'll see if it pays off. A lot of times these guards, these people are just on flank protection. They get greedy and they want to push in and clear out the area, so they no longer have to guard it. They're all dead, and they lose out because of it. We'll see what happens though.
Nobody fucking stomp boots.
Alright, there's a good chance they've got some sort of force to your east too. I don't know if they managed to fall all the way back Industrial Park. If you can push south across that road with your infantry and watch the southern side of Industrial Park so they can't get out of there.
Yeah, see, come to. Don't let them get to the south end. Don't let them get out of there.
I'm pushing south to the next tree line, and then I'm having my guys hold and waiting for everyone else to get in line. Unless you want me to keep going.
We must be close to them down there. There must be somewhere down in like Mike 12 if you guys haven't been shot at yet.
No, I haven't seen it. I mean, it's mostly to our west, but I haven't seen or heard anything to our west either.
Roger, Fulcrum, can you make any progress yet to your south?
I think it's clear to our south, but we're gonna move slowly.
If you need to have a fire team shoot at what's shooting at you, so the other fire team can move and rinse and repeat, make it happen.
Then we're gonna move to the east a little, then move south. We're gonna more cover that.
Roger. Clay, you in a position yet to watch that southern side of Industrial Park?
Copy.
Just listen to the command comms. This is really good. This is an example of some really good command comms.
Mike 12 on 3, solid copy.
Could be like spread out somewhere south of that, somewhere west of that. Mike 12 6 and Mike 12 9 area.
Roger, we don't want to get boxed up on that map border, guys.
Yeah, copy. I can have my guys spread in an L shape, and we can hit them once five a little bit closer to west.
Sounds good.
Alright.
3, can you move your M2B near Squad Leader 1 and stop putting fire down on the position he's just called out?
Can I get that grid again? Sorry.
Just move your M2B to Squad
Contact
Leader 1.
industrial leaving the south side.
Light it up, light it up. Get the M2B to light that up. Don't let them escape. That's a huge open field.
3, tell your M2B to move out to us.
Yep, copy. I'm telling them.
Revy, have you guys who are north of Industrial get into Industrial now. Sorry, Clay, get you guys who are north of Industrial to push in.
Copy, Dipton.
We don't want to go in there and clear out Industrial. We just want to box whatever element that is in Industrial.
Is really solid command comms. I've been trying to stay quiet a little bit just because listen to the back and forth on the different issues that are at hand and how Law and Arts is prioritizing what needs to do what and timing with other squads. Very clear, everybody knows exactly what their job is. I'm hoping that information gets passed down to the squad Because that's what I think that's where a lot of the breakdown in communication comes from, is the squad leads not giving their squad members an update on what's going on and what exactly is happening across the map. So everybody has sort of the big picture. And maybe that's why the Russians sort of fell apart last time. That information wasn't going down all the way to the bottom levels. But from what we heard, at the top, the communication is where it needs to be, in my opinion. And it doesn't seem overly cluttered. And they're not just talking to talk.
Roger. Let me be clear too. Don't go in there and dig them out. Just don't let them retreat from there.
You heard them. Don't go in there to dig them out, but they're stuck. They try and run, they're dead. That's fine. Bump. Caught on the outside, though. Ooh, Bump. He's facing off with Lex Ryan, Vladimir, Triton, Clay J, Atomic Peach. This is not a great push for you, Bump. Bump tosses a frag onto Lex Ryan. Lex Ryan's none the wiser. He's gonna have to bandage. Bump's got the shot on him. No, Bump didn't see. My camera's all over the place.
I'm holding my MTLB's fire on the east side. There's trees in the way. We have no eyes on anything, so.
Roger. I had asked that MTLB to move to where Sebi was previously. He was calling out barbed wire, so there is barbed wire somewhere to your southwest. Go ahead and MTLB.
Nice frag. Oh, doesn't hurt Bump.
Yeah, copy.
We think there's a squad in industrial, squad size element in industrial.
Perfect. Bottle them in there. Just bottle them in there. Make sure you've got all of the ways they can leave covered. Maybe just, bunny pairs watching the various exits. Assault with 1, 5, and 3. If they come to try and reinforce, you cut them down.
Sort of. I don't know how Bump's still alive. Whoa, because 3 here.
You see the rocks in Kilo 1268?
Whoa.
Where you are, that's immediately to your south. It's a high point.
Look at this.
Copy.
Really nice flank from Brennan here. If they push the MTLB a little bit up, though, this is going to be shooting ducks.
I can maybe move too.
3 kills for the Russians, 1 to the militia. I really like the spot Brennan's here, but they're falling back. Falling back. Bump's just lost all of his security. That would have been what held this flank. What are the numbers in the top right corner? It is if this was a vanilla game, how many tickets are remaining? So they mean nothing on the opposite. It just sort of it comes up like if I have name tags on for specific teams, and then if I don't have the name tags on, it disappears. I try and keep it off for the most part, but I think people like to hear their names being called out. Things are going on. So, I like to show that.
Supporting 1. You want suppressive fire going out.
Alright, so update on kills. 4 for the Russians, 1 for the militia. Wow, great movement. Okay, so while we've been watching this, it's just been a stagnant firefight. 1 has pushed south. Blue 1 has pushed south with Blue 3 and Blue 5 with that MTLB support. They've managed to get all the way to the road just about. Lord Chanka is getting forced back. All the way to the road almost. Look at this push. And they're in a really nice position to start pushing west.
Very wary of LAT units to his south, southwest.
So they're pulling back.
This is 5. We're taking heavy fire from our south-southwest.
Roger, if I get a place of fire going.
I have eyes on sandbags.
Roger that.
I've got a...
Wow, Fulton's got perfect eyes on this fire base, I should say.
You're in front of your squad a fair bit. You need to get your squad online. If you have to yell at them to get them up there and start shooting south, do it.
Get moving. Lawn Darts is saying you're in front of your squad. Get the rest of your squad up there. Get them online and firing.
Everyone there to watch it.
Command, we are MTLB. We can take getting shot from the southwest.
Roger, return fire.
Copy. They are in the compound in M1378.
Roger. The radio must.
There he goes. Finally gets him down. Mosley goes down to Fulcrum's fire.
200 meters to your southwest.
Update on kills: 5 for the Russians, 1 for the militia. Ooh, Crystal goes down.
So 1, 3, and 5, just get online, start shooting.
Really good line, base of fire here from Fulcrum Squad. Let's see, let's get a nice big wide shot, show you what they're working with. See, oh, look at this, the big chunk of people behind Fulcrum. Yeah. One life, Andrew, Andreas. Yes, this is a one life event. This is Squad Ops one life event, Operation Splinter. I am your commentator for the evening, ShadowedRitual, and it's an attack defense op at its core. But there was a few things. There's a large area the Russians had to recon and whatnot. But it's a pretty simple op when it comes down to it. Round 2, nearing the mid game, I'd say Fulcrum has gone down.
Context to its southeast.
Flicker is pushed.
Copy.
Fulcrum, they shouldn't be in a line. I guess if they're gonna be pushing aggressively, they should be in the line. But they weren't pushing aggressively. Nobody was online firing. The only one firing was Fulcrum. And now they are pushing. Let's see what happens. Cuba's in charge of the squad now, I want to say. No, Salt Crits is in charge of Squad 5.
If you were going to get Revy to pull off that hill and go investigate the contact in Kilo, it's 1181.
Salt Crits, you have command now, right?
Yep, I do. Oh boy, we're taking a lot of here.
Let's take a look at command, because I'm curious to what 3 is going to do. 3 was running back. 3 broke contact from here, ran all the way back. Looked like they were going to hook up on the east, and then they stopped to watch the northwest. So let's take a look at command for the Russian team. They've still got their squad, or their platoon lead, Londarts. Original squad lead in Total War, original squad lead in Clear J, 7BVs, and original squad lead, and Salt Crits is not. So they've lost only 1 original squad lead. Shookheart's still alive. They've got their original squad lead for the militia. Original, and so they've got their full command structure up. So should see no change as far as that. Down. Do it.
Mendax, can you hand squad lead to Cuba, your FTL?
Hang on. Just for clarification, Command, you wanted MTLB heading to Kilo 1183?
Kilo 1181, clearing out the contact with 2 called out over command net, yes.
Copy.
Mendax, can you please hand squad lead to Cuba? Cuba, what's the situation down there?
I'm not an FTL, so this never happened. See ya.
Oh, they've lost all their.
Man, I can start pushing west as long as some
yeah, they've lost all their squad leads or their FTL, so they can't get.
Like 5 is leaderless right now. I need someone to get over there to organise them. Got horrific formation over there. They've got a great big file shooting over each other's heads. You need to get on line 5.
I'm getting over there.
So Londarts wants them to get in a file, or sorry, a line. They're in a file right now. Basically, as he was saying, shooting over each other's heads, not being able to effectively put down a base of fire. It's like a point of fire. And if they were a little bit spread out, even if it was like this much spread out, they'd be able to have a better base firing onto the enemy. But they have no command, nobody on command comms, so nobody to relay any of that information. Let's check out the actual point they've got to defend. And it'll be a tough one for them to actually push through. They've got some stone walls they've got to hold. Indirect fire shelters, barbed wire. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Where's the MTLB? Why can't I see it? I guess that's the MG firing.
What we could do is just skirt.
Oh, what's this?
Clay J, my MTLB is saying that there's enemies
Reloading.
southeast of your position. Lima 12-7.
Copy Lima 12-7.
It's the compound. The building. It'll be close to the building compound.
Yeah, they've got dishkas on that compound, and I just need you guys.
Yeah, I got you.
Line, not on a little file there, so they're shooting each other's heads. I need them spread out so they can put suppressive fire on it.
I'm getting out. Hold on.
It's very open terrain. We're dealing with it, but we're getting suppressed all the time. But,
if you want to bring a buddy pair over here, there's a firing solution from just top of this hill. I don't know if you got any guys left with sandbags, but they're literally just there southwest of us.
Okay. You said 240. Hey, okay, I got
Hey, break.
251.
281. 281. Like
251.
Out to Clay's northwest. So we're just trying to clear that up first.
hold on, lead. I've got a possible enemy right next to friendly.
251.
I'm looking 281. 281 close to friendlies. 281 close to friendlies.
Yeah, copy.
Like
copy,
maybe
copy.
75 meters. I got him crawling. I want to light this guy up.
All right, gentlemen.
Seeing things. You're seeing
if you
things.
got clear shot, take shot.
I'm pretty sure this is enemy.
Oh no, you're gonna shoot Flicker.
Confirmation.
Alright, squad 5's gonna get their guys loaded up in 3's MTLB near platoon command.
No,
I see him.
I'm gonna hold
I see
fire.
the
I'm
little
gonna hold
shit.
fire.
271. 271.
On the northeast corner of that compound.
Yeah.
This is Flicker.
I think it was
I'm
friendlies.
holding
I think
fire.
it was friendlies.
Yeah, holding.
Yeah.
Make sure
That was Flicker.
They're heading back north.
And get in there and
Way to hold fire.
Wayne, there were guys from my position. I'm on your left right now. In 250.
Roger.
250.
They are. If you look at the map, they would be in M1212.
Alright, check it. See if you can watch my tracers. I'm gonna send some rounds and make adjustments.
If you guys need
on the
to,
way.
move a little left, like back up, and then move where literally where I'm standing. You'll see me. Perfect.
Lead interrogated. Permission to stay here. It's actually a really good firing position. It might be tough to get us back.
Shit,
in this
that's
spot
what
again.
they see us. They see us. They're shooting.
On the way. 250. Just rounds.
Good shot. Good shots. Keep firing.
242. Copy.
On the wall. On the wall. A little
really
left.
good fire.
Shooting
A
left.
little more left. More left. Yeah.
getting in there using smoke and then getting out. And then
Adding
more into them on the way in.
Copy, we are suppressing hard in the next round.
Get ready. Suppression on it as well.
Copy.
Mag.
Go. Go 3 with that MTLB with 5 in it. Go.
Copy.
Alright, push, turn me. Push forward.
Alright, let's see what happens. So the objective is to be aggressive. How's it going, Project K? Sorry, I've been listening a lot to the local comms and night adjustments and things like that. So, Jeremy's
We're gonna put smoke on.
push. They need to push. Get in here. So, how to get that across quickly, effectively to Termy so he knows what to do. Termy, you're going to push aggressively to the sandbags. Don't stop. That's how you get that across. Very hesitant in this push so far. Hopefully they don't get just destroyed by a lat round. Very slow. Very lethargic push. Get out! Alright. Get them out. Get out. Before you take another one. Please get out.
Keep pushing.
Anybody?
Get him to the wall. It's moving. Turn me move.
Driver forward fast.
They're south, direct on the road, on the hill.
Oh, this isn't gonna end well. Oh, Termy's so hesitant. What is this slow? What are you? There's no way that's max speed. Is this max speed? Use your smokes.
Roger, who's smoke? Assault that compound. The fob's going to be somewhere on that compound. If we can take it, then have to come back across the road. Roger, assault compound to your southwest at haste. Use smoke. Get in there as quick as you can.
There you go. So that was a very not good push from the MTLB. The call was to be aggressive. Londards gave the order. It didn't trickle down. That's how it works. The squad lead didn't impress upon the driver. Wow, look at those 4 guys down on the west. Southern's info, 1 other. Crazy push. Looks like they got flanked by Lord Chanka, Drew's and Coolest Guy. It didn't trickle down as I was saying. Like Londards was like, all right, you got to be aggressive. You got to push in. You're going here. Total War HQ understood. Total War did not tell Termi that, so Termi War did not understand how aggressive he needed to be. You saw how slow he was. I don't think that was max. Do not think. But I could be wrong, and then I apologize if you were going full speed forward. I just feel like the M2B is much faster than that, especially over the grass. And then the call to go all the way up to the wall, I don't think was okay. I think here would have been perfect spot. Get these guys here, and then if you could push from here, then I think yeah, go for it. All crits goes down. Smokes have shown up. So smokes have developed, I should say. Russian forces have 10. Militia have 13 as they start to pull back from this. Nice overhead view. The smokes developed. We got blue trying to push into red. Red's got the superior positioning just because of those guys on the flank. Koopa's on the Dishka, laying down fire. Is it effective?
Roger. Need you guys get your guys off their stomachs and up to the wall like platoon command. You just walk straight up here.
Yep. Copy, I'm moving.
Grenades being thrown.
Who won the second half? We're still in the second round. Cheers, mates. Total War HQ has gone down. We're still in it. Nearing the end game. 11 kills for the Russians, 14 for the militia. As close as it's getting so far. I think the militia are in the better spot, though.
In quick proximity to this radio, they'll have to come across the road.
Oh, go slow, go slow.
Oh, I'm here.
Ooh, Groot goes down to Steiner.
Yeah. Just stay here. We can proximity to the radio. It's right here to the south. You can hear it.
Still going on.
Yeah, hey, command, that's exposed.
Yeah, they got an outpost on a hill up there. Like
Roger.
Yeah, command, that's exposed.
Squad 3, I need your MTLB to cover the south side of the road.
The tough push. Yeah, it was, Total War. Yeah, it was. Liver Pundit has gone down as well.
Squad 3, do you copy?
Copy that. We're reloading. You want us to move closer?
Hey, Gerwolf, come to the fence.
Yeah, we've got
it up to the fence.
Some sort of outcrop to the south of our position across the road. We're right next to the radio right now. We've got infantry clearing it out, but I need you to cover them so that they don't come across the road.
Or you just walk past. All right, never mind.
Someone needs to start trying to unding this barbed wire. So we
Third medic here.
Gerwolf, you need to heal some people up.
I need you on the radio.
Yep.
Really? Almost a good spot. Almost.
Should I nade over? Should I nade over?
Hey, they're in the compound. They're in the compound. They're in the compound now.
Sugar took out, it was Steiner, yep.
Come over here, come to me.
Booker now has to try and counterfrag.
Yeah,
right here to your south on the other side where it's other logic.
Dude, I'm jumping.
Watch this corner though. We can get up. If we go west, we can get I got it.
Rayman goes down, a flicker, good shots.
Watch that, have full security in that corner.
Alright.
I need people with me, let's go west. We can go west and hit building from the other side.
Yeah, we can't get exposed to that. Oh, fuck. Right down the,
Flicker takes out hella cool. They have a really nice spot here. Gerwolf and Flicker. Gerwolf takes out off of Guido. Really good spot here. They're going to get this radio. 22 to 20. Don't do it, Flicker. You have the good spot. Oh no, Sugarheart's gonna try and run. Sugarheart goes down to Flicker. Look at that, great spot for them. They got like 5 kills between the two of them. Let's go check out this other MTLB's position. Is it dead? I think it is, yeah. Other M2B is dead. Revy's alive here. Okay.
Radio is down. All squads.
Flicker has gone down. Looks like the Drusiv, possibly somebody up on the wall. Oh, it's definitely somebody there. They just need a hold now. They're on the defense. Can they do it? 23 to 22. Still anybody's game. Let's check out positionings though. So Blue 1 has lost track. Somebody's about to get run by. Yeah, Max here is gonna get run past. Oh no, Max has gone down. It looks like. I was like, how did? He saw one. Assaults and Bartok Warrior. Zeke gonna make it out of there. Bumps no longer alive from the squad. Yeah, Bumps gone down. Max is still alive here.
Contact might have fought back northeast of Industrial.
Roger that.
Yeah.
Do you want us to industrial or fall back? Yeah. Do you want us to push or fall back?
Go north, then go east on that northern side of industrial, and then cross the road, and then come to us. You might come in behind them then.
Copy.
We might have got most of the.
Hey, in the field, smoke in the field southwest.
Call it out.
Yeah, Gerwolf, I got that. Gerwolf, I got that.
Jacklo, call out the bearing.
He said 165.
Make sure you're calling out in local what bearing you're shooting.
He said 165.
180. 180.
Roger. 159.
And I'm shot once. Called that one.
They've got
to the northeast.
Sandbags with infantry on it in Mike 13.
They're getting swarmed now from a couple different angles. They got Brennan, Blackbeard, Big Rago on their south. Druce of Coolest Guy, Lord Chanka on their east. Okay, just the two directions.
Oh, they are close.
Yeah, they're close, they're close.
Pretty good fire team leads on both of those sides. Lord Chanka's a good fire team lead. Brennan's a good squad lead. Blackbeard took over as command for those last 8 guys in the last round, so pretty good guy. Frag doesn't go far enough.
It's an SL out to the east.
I got one of those. Right now, northeast.
They're other side of the wall, other side of the wall.
Frags are too far. Whoever's causing these frags? Come on, guy. Come on! Lord Chanka.
Oh my god, my nade was
got
close to
frags,
the wall
throw
this time. I didn't get anybody.
If you have frags, please
bandaging.
throw them on the side of the wall.
Terrible.
Bandaging.
The only way they
What's
get
your
here is if they
160?
jump over walls.
Lima, what's your 160?
Frag out.
Yeah.
Ooh, good frag on the Lord Chanka.
They're on the outside of our walls. Only way they can get in is if they jump over.
Lime Bean goes
They
down.
have to jump over. They have to jump over to throw nades to clear it.
Alright, we're getting thin here on the cap, guys. We're getting assaulted.
On the way. They're on the north side of the road, east and northeast of this compound.
Oh boy. And this wall is deceptive. It's just concealment. You can shoot straight through those walls. You're gonna have to worry about. Okay, they've got wooden fences on the inside to double layer it.
You got a bandage?
But you can definitely shoot through the green portion of this wall.
On the other side of this fucking wall. God damn it.
Here, come in here. I'm bandaging you. I don't know if you're gonna die.
Girl takes out Drusev. He wasn't even shooting at him. He was shooting at Coolest Guy. You saw the angle at his shots.
Jesus Christ. Alright, let me heal you up.
Yeah, heal and you guys need to get outside.
4 on. Oh, look at that. Revving them and flanked.
Yeah, I'm hit.
Oh, this squad did work on the outside, getting them before they could come in. Yeah, I think the Russians have this.
On the outside of our wall.
He's on the roof, I think.
Yeah, Revy, Lexrine, and Trident over there. All great shots, firing from long range on the south.
I think he's in the building, just immediately to our south.
Yep, he's in the building. He's literally in the room right across from me.
Immediately to our south.
They've got Bartok Warrior Assault and Zeke coming in, followed by Clay J and Atomic Peach, though.
Good stuff. Alright, Clay,
down in the building.
save the day.
Hey, firm.
We're full sprint.
Still one in there.
Coolest Guy and Big Rago over
Hey, we
here.
can shoot through this, by the way.
Was that squad?
Mystic Sniper, what's up, Mystic Sniper?
Yeah, I guess he's still in the building.
Wolf goes down.
Alright.
Oh no, that's their medic! Oh girl, if you should have just stayed hidden. Oh, just hide and keep everybody topped off. That's how you win. Don't charge him! What are you doing? Choclo goes down!
In the corner.
Oh no, 7V takes out Coolest Guy.
He's down, but I'm out of bandages. Someone have a bandage?
7V takes out Big Rago too. Okay, that's 2.
I out, but I killed 2 over here. Anybody have a bandage, please?
Oh.
Yeah, I've got one.
Hey, come to me, get a bandage, come to my boys.
No, we said he bled out.
He's down.
We clear.
Alright, so Assault, Zeke, and Bartok were only ones remaining for the militia. Frag, too far. How many alive in each team? We got 3 for the militia. 5 for the Russians. Zeke and Trident having a shootout. Trident wins out. Assault, Bartok Warrior, last one's remaining.
Like contact north outside the fence line.
Smokes northeast.
Copy.
Yeah.
Assault's tossing frags onto Revy.
Is that GL? They don't have GL.
Not far enough.
It's grenade thing. We got one north and we got something.
Tongue, Peach, and ClearJ coming in behind though. I think they have this. It's 5 on 2. Great round. Very close. Good movement on both teams.
Copy 3.
Oh, one tap. Bartok Warrior goes down to Atomic Peach.
Alright, I told 2's gonna flank this guy.
Where's
he at? One north.
Assault. Last one remaining.
Southeast.
Who's gonna see it? I think Revy's gonna see him. No, he might not.
Trident, he's like northeast corner, I think.
Yeah, no, he will. This is what he's watching. Oh, he's watching the up above. Assault spotted Revy. I don't think Revy spotted Assault. No, Revy did not. Assault, I believe, spotted Revy though.
I just cleared the north side. He's on the north.
Alright, check the east. Be careful.
Oh, Revy spotted him. Assault, wait. Assault spotted Revy. Revy doesn't know what's going on. Revy versus Assault. Who's got the?
Enemy fire 105.
Who's got the shot?
2, he's still to your south.
Yeah,
2,
go
he's to
south.
your south.
Look south. He's like maybe on the wall, the rock wall.
Copy looking.
AJ maybe?
He's looking at me. I'll distract.
Trident's gonna get him. Nope, nope. Assault sees Trident.
Can be over there somewhere, Trident. Be careful.
Assault takes out Trident.
He just killed Trident. South of.
Oh no! Is Assault gonna do it?
He may be in this building to my south or in the courtyard south of it.
Really tense exchange right now, right? It's now 1v4. 3.
I just threw it on the truck.
No, 4.
Roger. I think he's a little north.
Atomic Peach versus Assault? No, Atomic Peach is gonna go to the other angle. Assault's hunting Revy now.
Alright guys, we're right where their radio was. He has to push the radio position.
Roger that. I'm on the north side.
1v4.
Bunch of bunkers up there.
You against the world, Assault. Assault's pushing Revy. Atomic Peach pushing Assault. Who's gonna get who first? Atomic Peach sees Assault. Revy's now aware. Assault's done for. If Assault had gotten the shots, Assault's pushing Revy.
Friendly.
Careful, Clay. That's where Triton died. Here with it.
Oh no!
Who smoked?
Oh, Assault looked the other way. Oh, they traded. Wow. Okay, what? I didn't expect that to be the trade, but wow. Great push by Assault. He almost did it. 1v4 at the end. Got it down to 1v3 with that trade. 3 guys left for the Russians. They managed to take it away this time. Good job to both teams. Good movement on both sides. I don't think the M2Bs were super useful this round. They probably should have won with the infantry option with those extra grenadiers, those extra the mortars and whatnot. I think that would have been the better choice. And but they both made it work. They both use the MTLBs differently. I just don't think it was the right choice for this operation. If you guys are interested in participating in these ops, check us out at squadops.gg. All you have to do is sign up and take our Squad Ops basic training course. Only about 45 minutes to an hour long. It's a lot of fun. And then you can participate in any and all of our Squad Ops One Life events. If you liked what you saw and you want to give us a follow at twitch.tv/SquadOps, we would really appreciate it. We also upload all of our videos onto youtube.com/SquadOps. I was your commentator for this evening, ShadowedRitual. And until Saturday, we will catch you guys later.